Alright, here's 5 things that really need to happen in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Number 1, War Machine needs to be a Skrull. Now, for those of you who don't know, there was a storyline in the comics that happened about a year after the Civil War. It was called Secret Invasion. And that was a storyline in which the Skrulls, a shape-shifting alien race, they went in and they started replacing a number of different key members in the Marvel Universe. They replaced them with a Skrull that shape-shifted and looked exactly like them. You might be asking, why? Why War Machine? Why James Rhodes? Because, you know what? James Rhodes, ever since you got your own Iron Man War Machine armor, there's something different about you. You know what? I always knew there was something different about you as soon as you got your armor. I couldn't quite put my finger on it, but now I know. And ooh, look at him. He's so sympathetic. Oh, he's paralyzed.
I signed because it was the right thing to do.
Oh, he's so noble, too. Look at how noble and pure-hearted he is. You know what? I'm not fucking buying it. You're a fucking Skrull, and I fucking know it! Number 2. Do you guys all remember from Ant-Man, Scott Lang's partner in crime, Luis?
You know that he was arrested for stealing a smoothie machine, right?
2 smoothie machines.
You know, he's a member of his little criminal gang. You know what would be so fucking great? If there was a scene where Luis was back in court and he was on trial for something, and if Matt Murdock or Foggy Nelson needed to defend him, that would be fucking hilarious. That would be so fucking funny. Like, he would be pissing them off, and it's like, dude, I'm trying to fucking defend you here. You just shut your mouth. And I don't know what movie or what TV show you would need to put that scene in, but that needs to happen. It needs to fucking happen. Number 3, the Fantastic Four just need to come out of nowhere. Like, they must be having a battle with Thanos, and just a dimensional portal opens up, and the Fantastic Four just walk out. And they're like, oh shit. Originally, the Fantastic Four would still be from the 1960s, so they would look like they're from the 60s, and Reed would be like, oh man, well, it seems like this dimensional travel, it seems like the dimension we were in, you know, time and space move differently, so it was lucky that we just came out here. And, you know, the whole rest of the Fantastic Four would be all pissed, like, Reed, you gotta find a way to get us back to our own place and time. And then Reed would be like, oh, you know what, actually finding the right dimensional pathways to go back to the exact point we got to, it would take about a couple decades before I find the right dimensional rift. So, and that's if I stop trying to find a way to make you look normal, Ben. So, yeah, Fantastic Four. Easy peasy. That's a easy peasy way to get them back in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Number 4. This is an awesome way, straight from the comics, of how to get Deadpool into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, during the 2015 Secret Wars storyline, there was a comic book that was based on the original Secret Wars from the 80s. It was called Deadpool's Secret Wars. And the whole thing was that during that Secret Wars storyline, originally, Deadpool was not there. There was no Deadpool, but they went and remade it and said, oh, hey, you know what? Deadpool was there actually the whole time. And in the end of the book, it was like, oh, there were some machinations to make everybody forget that he was there. But they implanted Deadpool in that book and made the whole storyline with Deadpool in it. And it was fucking fantastic. So they need to do that same thing with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like, maybe have a little montage of a bunch of little scenes and a bunch of little bits, and just like edit Deadpool into them, Photoshop him in, and be like, hey, you know what, Deadpool was here the whole time, we just forgot because, you know, the Infinity Gauntlet with the time gem or whatever, it misplaced Deadpool, so he was like never there, but in actuality he was one of the founding Avengers, so it's good to have you back, Deadpool. That'd be fucking funny. Finally, number 5. Alright, this is about my boy Spidey. This is just a funny little thing that could happen. It's having to do with how his, you know, suit is so tight, and he's a teenager in high school. So, you know, Black Cat, we'd all love to see Black Cat. I'd love to see a scene with them two together, but you know what? It'd be kind of weird because, you know, it'd be kind of weird to have the, you know, the full-bodied, full-grown Black Cat, you know, because Peter Parker's still a teenager in high school, and that would kind of be statutory rape. But you know what? On the other hand, if they were to have a black cat that was the same age as Spider-Man, it would be kind of weird to have a black cat that I would want to statutory rape. So it's a no-win scenario, but whatever. There needs to be a scene where Black Cat, you know, she's meeting up with Spider-Man and they have like a seductive kiss.
I can't deal with all these mixed up emotions.
And maybe they're going off to do something else. So right after the kiss, she's like, "Come on, Spider, aren't you coming? Aren't you coming? Like, we got places to go. We gotta leave, Spider." Oh, but then Spider-Man's just like, "You know what? Just could you give me a minute? Yeah, suit's kind of tight, you know." Okay, Marvel, you are very, very welcome. You know, all those ideas I gave you, you could just feel free to just take them and not give me any credit whatsoever. I don't care as long as I see them in the movies. But hey, if you want more awesome ideas, you just go hire me. Just send me a check, and you know what? I'll buy a shit ton of weed, and I'll fucking come up with 100 more of these crazy, awesome ideas that need to fucking happen. If these are just so simple. These things need to happen. Oh my god.